This is 8:26 Center Time in Texas. I'm sure it should be 9:26 in East Coast and 6:26 Pacific. Surely TJ will tell us more from California. They were much around Wumbi. Let's start with an opening prayer, please. For more honor. The true Mother Zambe which around
Sonny Wayeni. Okay, Bagre to Congo me. Tumbusig Yahweh me. Bambe Bon Mizang. Gabbing America to where she could warn in ta. The new one to Berum got name near or bridge in Ghana. Symbol good ni no bene to condo to go for me a borbot, but man beneath me a borbot. Jerry Ramane, Benjamin one, Yesu Christo. Kukane.
Ayone. That's great. Whoa. Before agenda na before display gonna the forum. I'm not in Panzona. I'm what you went for CSC. Irani enough for to a core meeting all the time and but what Otana because we know exactly that sometime Bermond classify. Gavachuna SJ Marmber Ramon Bakran and the year. Dear Namia from last week till now, we come again as a family to see one another and discuss. The children must do Mark Christina and Nanyan and fun already.
Yeah.
Mama Miaka.
What Beno?
Welcome. All right. Wumbi, because the getting I'm king at the dinner mostly about our Inugora. So to Wumbi, Zunum Benti Nagama Cap. SG, if you are ready, please. Give us a summary of last meeting briefings, please.
Not ready.
What's in your?
They were getting on mute.
Yeah.
Hello. How are you? Good, man. Are you on the meeting? Yeah. Okay. So let me just give you this and go. Okay. Wait, I'm just coming back. This is for one time. Yeah, this is for your cast. You think that you will get time to come. Thank you. So this young man is doing okay? Yeah, way better. Okay. We'll talk. We'll talk later. Okay. All right. Thanks.
Neighbor, you're welcome.
Oh, thank you. Thanks.
Right. Welcome from England.
I'm telling you.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, came back late yesterday, trying to catch up a few things.
Right.
Yeah, great.
I can feel the tiredness from your voice.
Yeah.
Okay, sounds good.
Right.
All right.
We thank God that you're here with us. All
Oh,
right.
yes. Great.
So how was it, Nee? I mean, while we're waiting for the SG to brief us.
Yeah.
How was it?
Huh? George, yeah, it went well. The trip to and fro, a very long one, but all is fine.
Okay.
All is fine. Everything went well. I met these folks over there, you see, and they all hanging in there. What really took me over there was
to go check on Erasmus. I don't know if you guys know Erasmus. My junior brother who is over there.
How is he doing?
You know, he had this accident in January, and
No.
so went to go check on how he's doing. Yes, he's improving. He's improving. Things are getting better.
Okay.
Yeah. We thank God, things are getting better.
Yeah, send him our regards.
Yeah, he was certainly here. Yeah. That's the way things are over there.
Thank God, God brought you back. All right, Sonny. Kakare mona for mini naraton.
One teacher.
One teacher, but my name is teacher, maybe deputized. Right. All right, Prof. I mean, the floor is yours. Yep.
Lune tinyagam gunakap. Fete kanya kon mu bo ba na Eastern time. Ne warnya kongo ngwena nize ne ko fete Mr. Yenson. Meeting we nize Mr. Amos nya che. Nya ko ne charba nyame ka ba benefasa shi. Anu we ko were mbena krina nchembe be fota bona. So that it take a number in Cosina Annable, Forson and Barry Younger, Forson Abdena Young. They may have a pattern of four number yachinga for to work up to my abo phone. A Bambina Bendy adopt Bayene, like Messiah Moss and Mr. Tichagida. So, young number thing I am a good, during a minute. According to the brochure, Amazon. I know the second convention. The Engu. And it is in the convention. The brochure Anguni. Bin thing I condemn and then the brave bin, Babber meeting I condemn bin a dinner, live in a convention, check it on. I been a decision is there, running the China convention, many more. A carbon boy, cheaper get a human. So cheap to go bin bay. But the chairperson, Maria Aranguni, the Bambra Dallas, my brother car, Nazaranguni. Kaki better been a judge. Zaza kuna kamia mone bukaza ni sera mutu ava yichima. Sina inu na de sina culture bo. Ne tanyawo na akapa zone ba mo ambile ni hata ni ye. Ba turanyot nga fete. Ne wazani mi norongo ni turanyot. Paramba financial person wana report. Jina no kaka che kuna incorporation and registration. Wombi Ramaguna Nua presentation and the reading of the invitation to the fund. So the coordinator in our invitation letter when it in our chamber working. So that we're Jimmy and affected with you. Kiranuzin and the Ranga as in the chamber. Then we have my phone as a Yagan chamber, Mr. Prince. Prince Solo Marbet Tramba working. So I think actually when the Minana Panambo conventional chairperson, Merna our new bene run down the convention bridge to many from a program of activity when the Brennan bin the senior convention yet. So near date for a date, no check, no the hall, invitations, then etc. Name is Taemos Naganani, the hall be 1,500, then the 500. And then Yanorongo was an chairman of the conventional committee. Number Nujim, the ember budget. We need to bring you to national convention, Yango. So now we'll be near near Friday, which is mid and great. It will be at the residence of Mr. Amos. And then the real convention day, I bring in the hall. That in Yan Orongo Bendega and Bridge charm pictures, but conventional chairperson. But I'm a picture on board to bring use advertisement and make flyers, everything. From the other words, you could share picture, but it's now got bank. Norongo, but I know they miss key speaker. Been a near convention. Ni home for Abbey, Merbrigam, and then ni Bob to Chile, Merbrigam, and then the Naparmani Mo. Tinyara ni to me enga fete oro chong kokum ba yi wene brigam then the coordinator ya ni the bro fa aguna invitation binti brenda amber but so nini binne pe ni ga fete oro chong tabu zona drafa for John. And then Mr. Raymond ya ba rangoni the fa ramon to ram but tamokuri which in the regular budget. All right. So the conventional chairperson, now I need to meeting bring him and yes Sunday when I hear about the name to bring him a budget. No on other matters. I get information. Mark Christina and you know, singing uncle Mary Uncle, brother Mary Young. The young and Gambo Maran, but she phone Mary. I get a problem. I have problem. Sure, I mean, I have a phone. So, bring up a consumer Gambo Mary. Chichine, the better Gambo Mary. That thing about Garangoni, but any man was a Tomama was in a form of a situation. The bus symbol matter, a yenna or Marvin at the Merca say, Dimmer, Ubana, but in Bamani, Baka, na panel ni te kuru na aga member na basingna broda yem ba ma chini na member one back so I chine fete kenya yen weni then conventional planning meeting in the following week. So to focus yen the kerangoni to go bar kereni te grasana convention yen. So announcement to go get convention on June 15th. And then Mr. Teacher's retirement November 2024. So the chairperson in a closing remark, attendance in the meeting is very important. So the children will need to go car to hear the effect. Even though to even tell you fit me gonna zoom, never gonna watch him car, never attend. So fitting up as yes, Mazonani. They knowing a check.
Wow, thank you, my Bene SG, for that brief summary and well taken. So, according to norms, Bakirani, once we have this item, Baminasi, I mean, more, Chieno, Monobeke, Wani, Kumbenevi, and then to reward the correction so that we adopt the minutes. So, those that were present, a minute in the Baminasi, the minute is there any correction to be made on that? All right, Mr. Raymond. One more person.
Bendev or Raymond.
Okay. So, Mr. Raymond for Mr. Tichamber or Dr. Mindenbe. So we proceed. The first thing we consider other matters arising, which is point 4 from previous minutes here. I know the cultural dances. Chinamba Zoo, during a minute. Tikirani, though the Kirani Impena Convention, we are going to talk about that. Because the key thing that I made the inaugural. Near a lot of them bring in at 0.6. Ni managani, been in background what we thought previously. We will have invitation to other cultural groups to present dances. Might not happen because we have just one day, and that day is Saturday. And then near Saturdays, the ceremony during the morning period, we have deliberations, which will have a lot of things to present. And it will be difficult to invite a group on Saturday morning. Share group more, share bina mona for we invite a bina but be easier. Number the meeting in the evening. It will be very difficult. And then in the evening is gala. And she'll be in a gala bowl, which we are trying to invite people to come and help us raise some little fund. And then to be no, but yes, bini because now it will have it difficult now access. To come invite member. And the whole place will be full. So it becomes a problem. So for this inaugural, which is just our first outing, we should have just one dance. The dialogues will try as much as possible. Even if we win it together, gala, let's showcase one of our traditional dances. Even though to also continue with other programs. I told you the cultural dances being to conduct. I could get a convention 2 days. The very first day in the deliberation, we invite all the cultural dances and then to perform. And then the next day, the buses should then see a Wonagala. But now we have just 1 day. Then it will be very difficult. That was the reason why when I additional back in them. We'll have just one brave dance from Dallas for that gala night program. Anything on that? One more, get a comment. God, no, people were not down, so I just wanted to make a comment on that. Any comment on that? All right. If there's no comment, then it means that we all adopt that.
So, just for clarification,
Yes,
this is a cultural performance.
yes.
Scheduled for the evening of Saturday, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes, ne?
Okay, point taken.
All right. Another person?
Yeah. Cultural performance way. Again, instead we're moving in, we're making just one presentation on the gala night evening.
Right.
Okay. All right.
Is that okay?
It's okay.
Yeah.
Okay, good. All right. So, all right. In the absence of any other contribution on that point, we proceed. The next thing, later we need to continue while we have to make this inaugural Zuckerberg to inform Amba. It is not an obligation, but we thought it was necessary for us to really invite him. So to Charlotte and Abo, and then the other letter to John Felix, the president of ZATACUDA Cameroon. Secretary General later to Cha Urambo Michinity Cha Wumbe. Then Bonso Cha Wumbe, Mr. Felix. And then since then, the Charleta Omokonongoni, the only comment, the only reaction from them back home was that they said he doesn't have a valid ID card and passport. So, that's the listing for you guys to prepare. You take a ID card or a passport. The process, numbers to establish a passport for the ID card Cameroon is so simplified now, very easy. It is not complicated as before. I'm what you want in pay for the ID card. When I receive, you just take that receipt and then you fill online application for passport, and then the next 3 days you go and you have a passport. So Kalam only difficult. And since then it's almost a month now. Mokonichi is doing a reaction. Could be from both of them. That is from John Felix Forumbe. With regards to that. So Mana Bida Bang up Nibiya Prince Nigani. Do you have any idea or do you have any report from them with regards to our invitation? But remember prepare book. But I wrote to them actually. The only thing is for them to immediately fill an application for an interview so that the interview they should be scheduled. I wrote that to them, but we've not had any report. So, Prince Solomon, I mean, do you have any report from any of them from home?
Yeah. Hang up. This is kind of discouraging to me because I spoke to Pa, and I inboxed him, and then what he said to me is, since the last time he went to Bengui, they don't have any materials for him to use to establish a new ID, which would instead permit him to go to Yaoundé and get the passport done. So there are no materials in Bengui, there are none in Bamenda, and that the government in Cameroon is trying to establish ID card for free for post-election or pre-election for what there's too much commotion going on in that part of Cameroon that I don't even know. I'm not even sure anything. He will be able to establish any ID card within the next 1 or 2 months. So it's just discouraging. So nothing is working according to him in Bengui or Bamenda. So he cannot even go to Bamenda to go and check. He said he was going to go, but I will let me know maybe next week. So I'm waiting for that. Even I will inbox him again after this meeting, then I will see. I think I even forwarded a message he sent me to our SG, Nisoni. Probably, I think so.
Okay.
That's the only report I got from him, because from what I'm seeing, there's nothing going on.
Yeah. Makone being silent, even to make a comment again on that from my own part, Makone Shimazu was just doubting. Even Felix, who is not even the phone.
Yeah, I think he is in Yaoundé. He lives in Yaoundé or in Bamenda, which I don't know what is the own problem too.
And we've not had any comment from him as well. So, well, I think we were just trying to make sure we network, and it's not like it is an obligation for them to be part of it. So we just thought that they might use that opportunity to be part of this inaugural and give the impetus in which we thought it should deserve. But if it doesn't, then I think we have to proceed. This is a group of family that we thought we need to meet, and we will continue to meet. In case we have any report again from there, then we'll equally brief the meeting as well on that. I mean, I'm going to
coordinator.
All right.
Yeah, so Toko was Saturday. No, I think it was, that's Saturday. Yeah, Maramba Kamba PG. So, Maragani Chimber fill a form. And then maybe Bona Tonzin Chimber fill a form come by. Rani Jake or Mawakem, the Chewakem, the follow up on Nuna Bay for the best follow for Amber. But we can get an ID card according to the old information. So maybe about right now, Mercury Ranguni didn't know because and there was in a Nuba Zamba, Mercury Zamba. The Mercury Ranguni was in Benavi Zamba. A bangable no pay, bangable cabo talker, but was in a Marsitano war. No pay bang cabrica. So Mariani we can again a warm being real way and then my born embassy will file within a space of 3 months at least, except otherwise. So Mariani the only team of Brigade we can warm being for Tuesday, Monday, contra Sunday. So Mabru Tabragam Mara war one big we can Bamenda short Tuesday or call process way. So, but Maraboroke, Machinichi can fill a form, most upon fill a form because later working, woman, but contact for Tamara, gonna let her go working.
Right.
So, Mother, I'm mother for few with the form. Why no working, but the mother would be the question me back in it, you working, is it? So, backup plan here. Marabombo, Bob to be fetty, but I told me that the any company Mary Bachini, but you never care sooner funding watching or one rubber young one, burn around. So that was the issue. That's the latest information. I'm not going. So Maryland will get back to so Tuesday immediately, and then to support.
Yeah, my bad, SG. But my just to carry. It doesn't make sense to me at all. Makoni, we are not kids here. When we chan one name, American name, American be carry the content in the chamber working Bonkuarangoni working Gayimbo. I mean, as ZATACUDA president, we had nothing to do first with the fund. So we be get in Gamon Gukono Kuarangoni instead of what Anagazi, Marwachi or Agama, Nua Sana Zambe, and I don't know why they should do that, but I don't think that need to stress us here. Like I said, we were just trying to make sure we use that opportunity to be part of it. And it wasn't an obligation. That was that I'm a connection to go on the way. But the Kerani, the time is already, it's a very difficult, even they will feel the form right now. The time before I'm a mobile for yet and for chi, because Charlie time, but almost a month. She may get what and into the Kennedy what can get any ember what and so on. But meanwhile, it doesn't concern him. So I don't think he's answering questions on behalf of the fund. So all what he's just saying is just to tell us more on where they're trying to reason more. Now, but like I said, it is not going to be anything that need to worry us. We're just trying now to, to just inform them. We are legally recognized, and we thought that we have to go public and make the world understand that this is we, and that is our starting point. Madam Olive, you are welcome. All right, we proceed from there. Except we're more getting any comment on that. Any comment and I say we'll make it.
I can see a hand up there from
yes.
Machado went. So
right.
with regard to the issue of the fund and his entourage, these things they take time. So please communicate the urgency to our brothers and sisters back home. They need to be on top of this right now and sweat it until they get conclusion. Right. Even in other parts of the world, passport issues, consular issues, they don't happen overnight. Those are things that you have to plan out. So immediately you know that you have intention to travel or anything like that, you have to submit your applications, get the documents in order. Tell them if they're serious about this, they have to be on top of this right now as a matter of urgency. Or,
you're right.
Or plan for next year.
Thank you so much for that input. I think we've all gotten that. We're going to continue to let them understand that, let them take it serious if they want to travel. And if you don't want to travel, then we can't force that. Thank you so much for that contribution. In the absence of any other comment on that, then we proceed. The next thing that comes from the minute, Dr. Zotakurani will have 3 guest speakers. It's very important. Makoni to get him by and we are not going to take people from out during our convention. That is just our first outing that we are going out. To Kurani Humphrey for Nibo will be one of the speakers, and then to Kurani to recover a Yimo. Na Makoni Mamani in Nagana in Nami Makona Map to see now when Makoni Merfre Fris a Merbo. Mama, our meeting no?
Monga meeting.
Yes, Makoni to be busy in one of the guest speaker. Mama, that day you will also give us a word. I affected me zango. I first time now tell you our Nagamba Bernie. We have been legally constituted and Mba TFR and the chin to we are the less privileged. Nga benga zona ni nibenangwa ne then forbo nga sana mba bengi yango makona mi governor kingwe and then Basin Nangachina to Konongoni. They're going to realize this objective. Makoni to Bananga. So no bongo yango. No one happened to Zukuchina to Kononi to Fuchabo. Support our go. But you go on Ken. A yeni Nizuchina to full way the Banga community went to Yango. And I told the government now one and Naga Banga. Cameroon government now one and I government in America. Which means a lot of stuff that we need to do. We are doing it here. But as the secondary purpose, no tree, nature and by another bonaben, the get no the Genevinga. So the best cover Z. So bomb attack, Babri Naka and Gamma Nitina, so then Bubble Kura, then the best won't be a China the Brusuko. As you know, Mama.
Mazu, manana association ni bongani jumba ko my friends may yime be ina ka wara kere ya mi ina cho wani then wani fruga.
All right, good suggestion. So to work on the channel though is nga bawra bakonda bana yi channel to buru zunga mana kondo
Makona Gidi's mother, is she not here with us? Mr. Teacher's mom, is she here with us or Chiemere?
Prince, mother will pray Cameroon, Mokoni, Mama Constant.
California.
California.
Right.
Yeah, to my yim ozibo.
Okay. So I support that as well. So my Constance will give us a word. So Edgy Fancy. Yes, but bananas, I'm a chill would get what church in the my Constance to che, my body, I remember my Christina. Man born be for Utilian House or Nibop. So I've been good. I'm not easy.
Constant Ebanda.
Okay, Banda. All right, fine. Good.
Constant Ebanda or Constant.
All right, for my energy. Yeah, the next thing, convention day. So But I realize our convention occur on the 14 and 15, which is the Kenny 14 year mid and great and 15 is the convention proper. Makoni hallway automatically reaching a young convention and Bava Katan Bono Kichaka Makon for no hallway. So we will now shift to the next weekend. And I told you on that day, Mabati Boomba get a convention food, and those people that I really count on them too, they're having convention on that same day. Which means in Bami because our convention, Mokon is a very difficult being and more to get a support from other groups that might come in. But in the get convention. So the Batiba having convention on that day and the Banso, they're having their own to the same day. And we group one in to work collaborate a lot. When it happens like that, people divide, they go this way, they go this way. And then Babu will contribute to get an easy, but that whole new back and we delay. So the children going to bring shifts to Nuana 21st and 22nd of that June. Means 1 week later. So I did win ambassador to get it. This is the only window to get it to one. And Makoni, the Secretary General of Agriculture, come on, remember, for deposit from the hall, which are all.
Okay.
Chairman.
Yes.
Winning origami when you mono attack mono.
Okay. All right. Understood. Yeah. So what I'm saying is that we had prior to today, we had planned that our convention day was supposed to be 14th and 15th of June. But due to the fact that we did not secure the hall on time, so other organization has taken that hall already. So we have been shifted in front to the next week, which is June 21st and June 22nd. And one thing which I just want to make a remark on that is that on that same day, June 14, 15, we have other sister organizations that are having their own convention.
Wow.
And those are members that I also count on them a lot because we collaborate here when it comes to those kind of events.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so there will be no reason for us to have a convention again on that day, even on the 21st, with those groups that I thought that maybe members might be present for us. So if they had for that weekend, then the next weekend, I'm sure these groups are not going again to have any convention. They will likely be part of our occasion. So, and that's the reason why I'm saying that the date has been shifted ahead to the 21st and 22nd. And so tomorrow, Monday, I had an appointment with the manager of the hall to make sure I is sending the first deposit so that we hold that and that one becomes an exhibit. If not, another group might come over another money and then we keep hanging. So that's just a report I wanted to see. So save the date should be 21st and 22nd. Any comment on that? We just simply move the date ahead by 1 week.
Okay, since things are running so fast, could we give you that flexibility if everybody accept? Because we have opportunities like if you can work for the 22nd, 23rd, can we,
Still hold it on that 14 and 15?
No. Oh, you mean July? Okay.
No, not July.
I was looking at 29 and 30th. I mean, I'm just saying, should in case you go up there, they say 22 and 23rd, because it seems like things are, they are gearing up so fast.
Yeah, the reason why we have to do this is that maybe some other members might be going to other conventions. Like, you remember that it seems that Mekura, they're having their own convention too in July.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, some people who don't know, yes, might be part of that. But I mean, we are not doing ours trying to say we have to be solely independent, but we also have to make sure that we have that number to be present so that it doesn't coincide with other groups that we thought that might be part and parcel of our occasion. So that's just the reason why we are trying to make it flexible within the dates.
Understood.
Yeah, so June, I thought that date might be more appealing. Rather than jumping again to July. July, I think there are other conventions too that are coming up a lot. But then, how do we see about that? It's just a week different.
I think that's okay. We just need to, once we secure the hall with an advancement on the hall, then we can just put up another flyer or with a new date.
Yeah, we're going to do that. Okay. All right, so we concur to that. All right, the next thing that comes from the minute, which we need to discuss too, was matters arising, which might be the last one before we get to the next item, is Mark Christie, Mokonit and Ajwa. We, all of us heard previous weeks, months now, Mark Christie, I lost a brother, and we were so sad about it. And we tried to get in touch with her, but could not because of the evil guys who will always like to hack people's apparatus. And so till then, we could not get in touch with her. But we heard she went back to Cameroon for burial and she's back. First thing we want to say, Mama, we just have to thank God for the life that He has given to you and the journey message you traveled to Cameroon. And now you're back. Like the SG said it, our constitution spelled it very clearly. I remember that charity, actually, sometime when we started this thing, we don't really have that obligation to have that kind of scheme to be able now to really assist members. But we thought that as members of a group, you cannot work for the purpose also without seeing that those that are working for that purpose are in good shape. Sometimes we decided to make sure we have some kind of support. It's a support system to groups. And therefore, we define in our constitution that in case something happened to the parents of a member, child, and a member himself or herself, then we can equally now extend our support to that group. We didn't include siblings, because once we do that, we're giving again another larger scope, which goes above the boundaries. But we're sorry for that. But what we said was that each and every one of us should reach personally to Ma Christine and talk to her. She's already here, and maybe we'll give her the floor. She might give us a little bit of what happened back home and tell us whether her number is reachable so that we can now get in touch with her. Ma Christine?
Okay. Thank you very much. Yes. Really, during that time, my phone was hacked at a time that I really needed that phone. I needed the numbers or my phone number very, very badly. So, and because of that, I had to change my number. That is why I was not on the forum
Reachable.
for quite some time, yes. Yes, actually, well, I traveled safely, went, and the burial took place to very well, very successfully. We thank God for that. Yes, and everybody who went, one of the daughters went to Cameroon with me from here. So we traveled safely, went and did everything and came back safely. Everybody who went there returned safely. So we thank God so much. Yeah, my brother was, that's my elder brother. He was 85 years old. He was actually sick. And the last like few years, let me say like 2 years, he was really not himself. He needed help. So we just say we thank God for the life that he lived. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, Mama,
Thank
for
you
that.
all.
Oh, sorry. Go
Yes,
ahead.
thank you all. I say thank you all. I know you people had me in heart. Yes, because of the problem of the phone, you could not reach me. But I know you prayed for me. Thank you.
Okay. Now may his soul rest in peace. What we just want to ask you now is, please, can you text your number once again on this forum? Just put it on the chat. Let's have the new number so that we can now update our phones with it. Again, we want to say we are very sorry. Accept our condolence, and we'll continue to pray for the family that he left behind.
Amen. Thank you.
All right. We have to proceed. We get now to item number 5, financial report and registration. Mr. Yen.
Yeah.
All right, item number 5.
I have a question. The contribution for the convention, is there standard the rate, or anybody can just give anything that he or she can?
All right, we'll get the Mama when we get to the Convention Planning Committee chair will brief us on that. I think it's yes, is on item 7. I think item 7. We will have details on that. Your question will be answered. Yes, thanks. All right, AG.
Right. So, 1 minute. Let me get to it.
Financial report.
Yeah, just give me a minute, please.
All right.
Okay. Financial report. Registration. Okay, is a list of registered bars. Already the forum. I don't know whether I should read it once more again. Coordinator.
Yes.
Should I go over the registration list?
Or just say how much we have. Yeah, we need to go so that each and every one of us know.
Yeah, maybe somebody has sent his money and then maybe it's not yet registered.
Yes. So.
All right. Let me read what I have here. I have Mr. Amos, Mr. Sonny Ayen, Mr. Raymond Tanga, Ni Gideon Teacher, Marceline Teacher, Ma Christina Thibault, Ma Liliana Quill, Nia Fred Mujem, Ma Patricia Mujem, Wilson Musoro, Prince Solo Tabi, Victorine Tabi, Queen Esther Tabi, Nirobot Toche, Ma Beatrice Toche. Then we have Sir Alfred, Rose Barika, Nervin Barika, Ma Monica Aju. Then the last person is Prof. Humphrey Abbey.
Okay.
For that one, are we okay? And then in addition,
and then she will take care so that we proceed to the next thing. All right, SG, continue.
Yeah, and then Bob just sent me a registration for two persons today. That is anyway, he sent for 2 persons. So
okay.
At the end of the meeting, I'm going to update it.
That's good.
Yeah. So at the end of this meeting, we'll have 22 registered members.
Awesome.
Which is going to make up a sum of 2,200 for registration.
Okay.
And now we move to the list for the convention. So for the convention, the agreement was that we have 54 people on our forum. So ideas that were coming was that, okay, since we have 54 people on our forum, so let's divide the conventional bill budget, which was 14,000 something, to everybody equally. If we did that, following that, we're supposed to have $263 per person. But now we had the argument that people who have not yet registered, we cannot be counting on them because we don't know their mind. So we said, okay, we give 2 weeks for people to come in, register, so that we know exactly how much each person will contribute as concerns the budget. So we just opened the registration, the contribution list, and people have started to chip in on what they have. But the least amount that everybody is supposed to give for now is $263. But if at the end of 2 weeks, which is next week, we don't have up to 54 registered members, it means we're going to drop it. Well, no, we're going to increase it. Yeah, according to the number of people. We take the 14,000, we divide to the group equally, and then we'll know exactly how much each person has to contribute. So for now, these are those who have started the contribution. So Mr. Musoro Wilson has given 400, started with 400. Sonia Yen started with 300. Mr. Amos Agwe, coordinator, started with 500. Nick Gideon, teacher, start with 263. Marceline, teacher, also 263. So I will always make sure I update the list immediately as moving ahead. All right, thank you.
All right, thank you, SG, for that brief summary. I think before I would throw more light and then to clarify my Christian on how much we need to contribute, I want to say this.
Can I say something quickly before you go?
All
ahead?
right, all right.
Yeah, and then out of this money, I've sent $1,000 to the coordinator to see how we can hold the hall down. Yeah, thank you.
All right, yeah. What I want to say is that the issue of the inaugural is our responsibility. And just like we started with the incorporation, I continue to say that we are people of good heart and a family, and we have to take these things serious. The statistic that we are having here has been broken down by the SG in a very smooth way for us to understand. Number one is that we cannot assume, it is true that we have 54 members on our platform, and in terms of contribution, we cannot assume, or we are assuming that those are the people we have, and we cannot really put them as potential contributors when it comes to what we thought we need to realize. Because if we look from our list, we have 22 registered members. And the question why we keep asking people to register is because if something happened tomorrow, for example, if one of these guys who are not even here, there are 54 members, and they are not registered, something happened, can we consider them a member of this group? No. It will be very difficult. And that's why we keep saying that we should do as much as possible to register. And so we should be talking about those that we are seeing rather than those that we are not seeing. It is true that we want to call our brothers to come on, but we have a target and we have a project that is coming on just in a month's time. So we cannot be dealing with the unknown, but we want to encourage those that are not yet there to be there. And so we came out with this statistic because some people have the opinion that because we are 54 on the platform, let's divide the convention budget that was drafted by the convention chair and by 54, meaning that we have ghost people that we don't know them, but we've already attributed them money. And that is the reason why you see the breakdown came up to $263 for one person, meaning that if each and every one of us contribute to this and we are just 22, then we are not going to realize what we put in place already. So we are already failing in that perspective. And so 2 weeks was given that if we could not have this number, because we wanted to take everybody's opinion into consideration, if we don't have this number 54, then we are now going to deal with the registered member. We just want to give the benefit of doubt. That was the reason why we were even going, because we could not have decided to put people that are not on the platform to be part of it. Because when we started the incorporation, we had sensitized the population on this, but still a few of us had to go ahead to make it happen. We know we are in America more than 100. We are not going to divide money by 100 people that are in America. We don't see them. So the second option now comes in where we say that if by the end of this week that is coming, because we also wanted to satisfy the proponent or those who suggested that we are 54 on this platform. And we said we want you guys to bring more and more people. Bring those people here, because sometimes I don't know them. Bring them here so that we put them on that platform and all of us become contributors. Thank God that we've added some few registered members already. In the absence of that, so we are going now to take the convention budget divided by the 22 that we are having here. That is at the end of next week. That was what the Secretary General was explaining to us. That this 263 came as a result of the fact that we assume that we are 54. But meanwhile, if we are looking here, we don't know the rest of the 20-something that are there because we are just 20. If we are 20 now, then we mean that we have 34 out. And we cannot be dealing with the unknown to realize a project. But because we thought that maybe that idea could equally now bring from those people who proposed that could bring these 54 people back to this group, then that would be beneficial rather than just throwing it away. But we came up with a second option to say, if we cannot have these 54 members on board, that make us have the equivalence of $263 per person, then we have to resort to divide the convention budget by 20, the number that we are seeing on our screen here, by next week. So which means that we should be expecting that next week. If we don't have this, then we are going to divide by the number of registered members. And that's why you see some of the contributions that has been made here is above the $263 because we were assuming. We just simply assumed that we might not get there. And that's why you see the first person with 400, second with 300, and then the third person is coming with 500. So the last day for us to able now to make sure that we have those members rally behind us is next week. So if we don't have next week, we are now going to divide this budget by the number of registered members. So Mark Christie, this is just going to answer your question. And if you have again any preoccupation on that, on how much you need to contribute, then you can ask. Are you there, Ma?
Yes, I heard you.
Is there any doubt?
No, I'm satisfied.
Okay. I think that breakdown was so good. All right. Oh, any other contribution from anybody on that point?
Yeah, this is Rose. I wonder, should we come up with a plan C, really, or is this set in stone right now? Because I see the burden would probably, I don't want to call it a burden. You probably end up on the current 22 members, and I do understand that there are several other conventions that most of us also have to attend. So should we be having discussions around an alternative? Just throwing that out there.
And what is it? And what's the alternative? Because normally,
yeah, maybe we have an online convention for this year and something, and then an in-person next year, or
as the denominator decreases, right, the quotient increases. So the fewer people contribute, the higher the number expected per person who's going to contribute.
Or should we just say that we'll design the convention around we need a cutoff point because the hall has to be paid for and all of that. So when do we make a determination that we do have enough money to hold this, to really hold this convention?
Thank you very much for your question. I mean, those are the kind of contributions we need, that everybody should really air their views on that. Let me explain this very clearly. I think the purpose, the goal for this convention, like you have seen from the team, the motive is the inaugural. Like I said it, we had planned that even if it is just 3 people, we will tell the world that this is us. ZATACUDA is once more back, and we are back for good. We don't need a number. And that's why we could not make a convention for 3 days or 4 days. We just have a convention for 1 day to tell the world that this is us. Other villages in the whole meta are having conventions every year, and they've never heard of the clan headquarters, which is Zangtabi here. And we are the people that champion other associations. So it would be a shame for us that we cannot even tell the world that this is us. And that was the very procedure we took when we started with the incorporation. We said, no, we want all this number to come on board. But if you look, Ma, you were able to tell me that the number of people that contributed are not even up to 10. But we have realized the incorporation, because if we had to wait, if we have to wait for everybody, we wouldn't have been where we are today. We won't. And the next 2 years, the same thing. The next 3 years, the same thing. The next 4 years, the same thing. But we took the bull by the horn. We say, you know what? The few guys that are there, we are going to make the incorporation work. And we started it, and it is done. Now we are still waiting for people now to continue to rally behind that particular policy and still sending that money. They are no more talking about it because few people have made it happen. Now we are having the gratitude. Everybody now can have some air and say, you know what? We are now, yes, we have our legal status. Now, we thought we need to go out there and tell the people, tell the world who we are, our purpose, our mission, our vision, and the values that we have. Right. And not even all that, our strategic plan. What do we need to plan for the next 5 years? We need to have our first election to make sure we put people into offices to give them responsibility. And it's going to happen during this inaugural. So we said, if it's just 5 people, I am telling you, we are going to make this happen. The fact that we belong to many associations will not be, to me, a reason. Because if you, for example, belong to 20 associations, it means you will comply with the requirements of those associations. We do not prohibit people from belonging to training. But this is our own house, it's our own home here. So we have to think twice. Either to belong or we don't want to belong. We are not going to prohibit or say refuse somebody from going to any other association, but we are talking about ZATACUDA. We will not talk about any association here. This is ZATACUDA meeting, and we will be strictly on ZATACUDA. When you are a son, a daughter, an affiliate of ZATACUDA, sincerely speaking, let's make this work. That was the reason why we said we cannot postpone this for next year. Because next year will come, there will be still another reason. There will be a reason every year. People will give it, there will be a convention to every year. There's no convention that will say no. Convention will be happening every year. Yeah, so let's have this kickstart here. And then next year we know exactly where we are going to.
Brother Amos, I'm in full support of the convention. What I'm just trying to say is that also we need to have some kind of a deadline where we start saying, okay, right. Yeah, we may need to change the hall and do it in someone's, backyard. I don't know, or something, right? Because it's getting close. It's getting close. It's really getting close. So yeah. So
right. Yeah. So the deadline which we had was May. We said for the contribution, I think was May 15th, right? SG. Yes, it was May 15th. I think we still have a month now for us to rally behind it. Please, members, I'm just encouraging you guys all. Let's do this. It's just once a year we want to meet as a family. We've never. I mean, other groups have been meeting and we've never. Please, let's do this. See each other, have the feelings, smell one another, read with the hands, not just seeing on video like we keep doing. Because if we talk like we are talking like this, it's still the same like I told somebody in Cameroon. So it doesn't make sense. Let's meet and we start something. People are already meeting. Let's tell the people this is us. Yes.
Did we try to send like appeal letters to some people to assist us?
Very important point.
We have said that we members on individual basis, because like I said it, because of the nature. I'm saying this is not a normal convention that we thought about it. We said just like you gave birth to a child sometime before you start going out, and a new one will train, but what more? That is what we want to do. We just want to go out there and even make some noise and tell the people that this is our purpose. And then from subsequent convention, we start coming out with all this because of the time constraint. But we could not cancel that absolutely. We said, please, we are going to dish some letters out, but we cannot be counting on the unknown. Because when you send an appeal letter, you will not force the person to say, you know what, I need the money within 2-3 days. I mean, it is his own voluntary will at that moment to decide what to do or to do on that day. So appeal letters are not going to miss from what we are going to do. The convention chair will tell you more about that. Those letters will go out. I have people that I'm going to also solicit funds from them, but we don't know when, and you cannot be dealing with something that you don't see and then you stop from doing. You cannot organize an occasion in a house and counting that somebody to give you money for you to buy bread. You will first and foremost provide that.
That's
and
true.
then anything that is coming from out is an additional. So it's not going to be out of that, Mama.
That's true.
Any other contribution on that? All right, we have a cut-off date already, which is 15. I mean, I'm just continuing to say, Obobo, let's try as much as possible to do this. We are going to do it. By God's grace, I believe and have the conviction that we are going to do it. Thank you so much. We'll get to the next item if we don't have any question on that. We'll continue to wait for next week, and next week, the figures that we are seeing here will change. But please, the Zelle account is there, and the Cash App is also there too. The SG is there, playing double role. He's like the financial secretary at the same time, the secretary, taking all this. So we want to thank him for doing that. You can Zelle to him at the end of this meeting, so that by the time that we closed, we have some reports. Let's make it positive, please. I know those appeal later will come. I'm also trying out to network with some people here, but we cannot be counting on them as the platform for us to spring on that. Okay, let's proceed with our program if there's no other question. The next item on our agenda is we have the inaugural convention update, which I think I've already touched a lot of stuff from there already. So we'll get straight now to item 7, 2024 Convention Planning Committee briefings. This one will be dished out from the state of Georgia. And in this capacity, we'll be calling Mr. Teacher, our IT guru. Please, guy, give us a summary. You are the chair at the same time. Give us exactly what we should be expecting for our inaugural.
All right. Thank you, everybody. So thank you, Chair. Thank our team. I will start, first of all, by thanking everyone who has volunteered and be serving on the committee. It has taken us a lot of hours, nights, and like the chairman already stated, it is the purpose for which we are gathering together that matters, the inaugural. It is a little bit different from what everybody would normally think that we should be giving out invitation letters or whatever for people to support us up front. It is us to announce the birth of this child. So straight to the point, we have deliberated on the budget. The budget was adopted. And then we heard the cry from everyone that we should adjust it. We gave the listening ears. We came up like the SG has clearly spelled things out. The chairman has also reiterated, and we all are clear on that. So me just repeating this is just to re-emphasize. 263 was based on the condition that we can all afford it. Everyone, whether you are a registered member, not registered member, you still own your birthplace to be Zangtabi, and you should be proud of that. The chairman clearly made it clear that we have to have a kind of, we're not gonna work blindly. So that 2 weeks will expire on the 15th. I encourage everyone to, like Mark Constant said, reach out to one another, solicit, so that we really meet up with the intent of the chairman. If we fail to meet up the 263 contribution, so like the chairman said, our fallback will be $646. That is, if we cannot afford to get the 268, so the registered members of the 22 that we have, make it happen, and we will stretch ourselves for the good cause. We are the caliphs. Every Zanzibar is a caliph. So $646 will be what us, the registered member, will have to come up with. Ma Rose stated that we could come up with that Zoom. That is an option. However, let us take this opportunity to regroup. Yes, we will regroup, and I want to see every faces, and I believe you two want to embrace like we used to be. That being said, I've come up with what I had promised, that I was going to bring a template, because we have moved past everything. The chair, the secretary has posted everything on the forum. Let's not just wait for the meeting day to come. Let's use those forums, leverage on there to interact on there. Every suggestion can be posted on there and we deliberate. So this is a template that I did come up with, and I will send this template out on the forum so that we can all take a look. And it's a moving target. The 15th, when we will put everything on there. And this template is what I need us all to come up with some suggestions, and then 15, they will start going out. Thank God that the date has been shifted. So that gives us another extension. That 22 is not going to stay long. It will be here before we realize it. So take away from my brief as it stands. The free will donation is $263 with a suspense or the date of 15th of April. And if we miss that, $646 is what I know we will certainly contribute to make sure we arrive at budget. Now you ask the detailed budget. I posted it on the forum, and I will still post it. A breakdown of what each dollar amount goes to serve. We deliberated on it and agreed that if we fail to meet up the $263 on the 15th, then the 22 members that we have, thank God, will be filling in. All right, that is my brief presentation.
Mr. Chair, I have a couple of questions.
Go ahead.
Number one, we have invitations. I think you need to mention about invitations, because we said this meeting you were supposed to make sure you show us a sample of the invitations that we will be dishing out there, as we have no time. And then the next one was photographs and the backdrop that we have to establish for the convention as well. So can you comment on that?
Sure. December 15th is the last day. So far, we've received, I want to start with the photos. We encourage everyone to send in a photo of his or hers, in your traditional regalia. Send it either to the Secretary General, Ian, or to the Chairman, Amos, or myself. And then the set suspense date will be the 15th. Please do so. We have received just a few. And if you already sent it, you know who you have, who sent and who's not sent. If you have not sent it, please do well to do so, to send it. On the template, what I have come up with is what you see there. There are two templates. One is a letter, the other one is a flyer. I want to send this after this on the forum so that we can because we have some moving dates. The moving date, now that we agree, I will now be able to send that out. Either you send me the names of who you think we can invite or how we're going to do it. It's just for me to make a decision that will favor everybody by asking you to send me the name. I put it there, and I want to mail this out through emails. That way it goes faster. And if there's any other option that you think is better, that's fine. You best know who we're going to invite. The corporate sponsorship idea of sending the request out, no, we are not ruling out any option that will get us money, but we should not tie on the fact that we want to have people to give us money to be able to do the inauguration. So that's what I have up there, and I will yield for now.
All right. Yes, looking at the sample, let's say the template of that invitation. Let me cut a long story short. We have to work again to review that within the week, so that by next week that you're having a meeting, we should have a standard form that we are going to really show it in a form that we can now present to somebody immediately. Does that make sense, Mr. Chair?
It's what I'm looking for. Thank you.
All right. And then on those photos, please, like I emphasized last time, we want to have the pictures of all the ZATACUDA people here. I'm going to create a lot of flyers. We need to make this thing out there known. And we also have to establish a backdrop for this, our inaugural. And that is part of the budget that the chair has already emphasized on. Please, I don't want to take much time on that. Send a half picture of yours or a full one of yourself in traditional wear as fast as possible before the 15th, because we have almost around 4 or 5 kinds of flyers that I need to send out there to various groups and all over, for people to understand that there is a very strong convention coming up. Even with all the metal groups that are here in Dallas as well, we need to send to them that once again ZATACUDA is back. And so people need to see again those that champion this particular village. Who are the people? So we'll have writings that we'll be putting on those pictures and so on and so forth. So born and again, it seems like it's very difficult for people to send their pictures, but let's do it. Let's do it. You send it either to Sonny, like we said it, to the chair himself or myself, or any other person. You can also send to Nibo. He is really part and parcel of the coordinating team here. So send to anybody so that we can gather these pictures and make something interesting for us. That was what I wanted to say. Do we have any question for the chair concerning his presentation? Concerning the convention, because he's the convention chair. So anything that we thought that it might be missing, we ask him right now. Mr. Chair, I want to ask you a question. You are making a program for the convention. Did you think about the hotel?
Yes. By next meeting, we should be able to start sending that information. All right.
The yes he's saying is that we have to work together to make sure, because now hotels are very, very expensive now. Sincerely speaking, I mean, I've gone around town before I ask this question. I don't know what is happening in Texas now, because there's a lot of influx. People are coming from all states. It's like it's already holidays. But I need to make it as fast as possible to make sure I secure a hotel which at a reasonable price for us, so that by the time we'll also create flyers. We had a venue for meet and greet, the venue for the event. And we need also a hotel that will be just close by for each and everyone to able now to have access to. So those are some of the things that will also be coming out on flyers for us to know. So this week, we from Dallas will be doing a lot. When we say we, I myself personally, I would think I will be doing this to make sure I come out with this thing to make it easy. So that once we have the venue, and then people will be able to know exactly the zip code and know what they can find. If maybe what I might trying to propose will not be appealing to everybody. So tomorrow I will make sure I deposit the money for the hall, so that once we have the hall, everybody will, by next meeting, the flyer for the venue should be out by next Sunday. Convention chair, make it very clear, so that when we'll be having a meeting next Sunday, we should be having that. And we remember that the last General Assembly meeting we're having is next month. Maybe no, twice, yes. We have last preparative meeting next month, which is May. We are saying all this because we are working out of time and we should be highly involved. Please put any question on our WhatsApp group. Any doubt, just put it there, so we'll continue to answer those questions and work on that to update the group on what is going on. Thank you very much for that. Any other question? Any other question? I mean, we are really fast because we started in just 1 hour something now. I think that's very good. Any other question? To the chair, please. The convention chair is right there. You guys ask more questions concerning that. If you have any preoccupation, ask to Mr. Chicha. All right. In the absence of that, let's go to other matters. Anything concerning other matters?
Just one, should I say, concern?
Okay.
When I hear of the number of, brothers and sisters who have been enrolled on our platform, I don't know. I think that number from what Mr. Secretary was saying, can you remind me again? Is it 50 something that I had?
54.
Or 70?
54.
54. Thank you. 54. I don't know. These 54 people or these other people, I know you're doing a good job when it comes to publicity for meetings here every month. I must say that. So those 54 people, they're receiving this information, they're quiet. And I don't know if we've been saying this as, some homework. Those of us who are here or, from time to time we attend these meetings, if we can stretch a hand or make a call, or if we know these other people, again, just an appeal that we try to sensitize these folks. You see, as the coordinator was saying, this is our thing. We cannot wait for some other people to come get us together, to come champion the cause of our village. This is who we are. And as he rightly said, we almost running late. But at one time, we were up there. I remember Gidi is here, Sean is here. At one time where even Professor Humphrey is not here today, this thing, we were flying high here in the United States, ZATACUDA. And again, I remember the time when we congregated here in Northern California, when Gidi was here also, when folks came from all over the place. It was so exciting, Again, we want to see each other. We want to meet and actually talk and discuss things that we think we can do to further our welfare here, and most especially back in our villages. If you go on some of these general meta forums, like the forum where lots of activities in our homeland are posted, you see a number of village conventions taking place.
Right.
Villages are getting together. They're raising money in Boya, they're raising money in Kumba, they're raising money in Yaoundé, all over the place, right here in the United States. Villages. Nobody's waiting for Mother Mekuda anymore. When I talk of Mother Mekuda,
right,
you all understood how I'm referring to Mother Mekuda. Mekuda USA or Mekuda Cameroon. People are not waiting for them anymore to develop their villages. It's self-reliance development. Let's see what we can do. Look, averagely speaking, most of us out here were fine. I must say this, okay? Turn around and take a look at the folks back there in Zangtabe. When it comes to healthcare, when it comes to potable water, when it comes to accessibility, or those little things, I think we are the only people who can do that. Let's not wait for any other village to come help us. And this will be an opportunity for us to get together and come up with a short or long-term projects and be proud again of the village being the headquarters of the clan head of Nectar. We need to step it up. This is just an appeal, folks, brothers and sisters.
Thank you, Nick. Thank you so much. That is wonderful. I mean, you just nailed it. Your eyes the cake. What Nick is just saying is you see, Funam, they called me here to attend a meeting just to give them some lectures because they were trying to come out with something. And they are doing a wonderful giant project back home. So it is village by village. So we cannot sit and look this thing happen and we call ourselves, the top. And that's why I said, whether it's rain, it's sun, we, the people that are here, we have to champion this. We have to make it happen. The Bada, they are here all the time. You see, they are doing their little comment. Every time we have not heard about ZATACUDA. Please, it's our thing, it's our village. We have to, just like Nick said it, he has just summarized the entire thing. It is just what we are looking for.
Dad, you remember in the morning when you asked me?
Thank you, Nick, so much for that summary.
If I had work
He said
or
it
not.
all. He said it all.
If I had homework or
Self-reliance.
not.
That's
and I
what
said
we need.
yes.
Thank you very much. Any other matters? Any other matters?
Yeah, coordinator.
Yes.
Yeah, for me, my other matter goes that, you see, our issue now is the money to come down. And because there's nothing we are planning to do when we cannot pull out the money from our pocket. And we cannot just wait that way. On the last day, we should go and pull the money. Whatsoever we have right now, let's pull it out, because it's going to encourage even those who are silent, like Nibob said, that are silent behind, and you don't even know what is in their mind. Maybe some are there, let's watch, see how it's going to do. And then some are there praying that maybe these people are just joking, they are not going to do anything, but we are bent to do something. And we have to start from somewhere. Starting from somewhere mean we should, if it is 200 you have today, you put down. If it's 100, you put it down. So that we start seeing, and then having hopes on what we are planning to do. Yeah, so that is my own contribution. Let's pull out something for this week while waiting on the coordinator chairperson of the convention was saying. He was talking about the 15, chairman, that the 15 is tomorrow.
No, yeah, so, we talk about 15 May, that's the latest time for us to make sure we have all these fundings. Like the procedure that the SG has just break down. If we are just chipping in just 200, and maybe by next week again, another 50, 100, I'm telling you, by that 15, you'll find yourself already paying.
Yeah, we find ourselves already at the door of what we want to do.
So, I mean, this is just to continue.
Let us not wait to the 15. If you have anything you have put on the forum, just send it. I will put it up. Everything I update it, and the people start seeing that we are serious.
All right, that's good. Any other matters? I know we are all emphasizing just to have the inaugural wonderful location, colorful. And again, remember we had added some budget into the deco. We had reduced some of this thing and added some budget to the deco to be something. And like I said, we are going to do our best to make sure the inaugural will be a very fruitful one for us. We are not completely absent from dishing out invitations for people to support us. If he comes, fine. If he doesn't come, we'll work with what we have. But let's make an effort to go there. If we don't have any other matters, we go to an announcement.
Well, I just wanted to add to what both of you mentioned. I pray and hope that we should not wait for the 15th.
Right.
Again, the words of Mark Constance was, each one pick up a phone, pick up an email, reach out to brothers and sisters. Each one bring one, each one bring one. Let us make this happen, as we've all said. Thank you. Over.
Yeah, I think that was the resolution that we took last time when NIPOP proposed this, that we from different sections, different areas, that was the resolution we took, that if I'm in Dallas, me from California will not know those in Dallas. Yes, so I was able now to call and make sure this and that and so on. And then you in Delaware, the same thing. If we do that, I mean, we are going to have a turnover. And now that we are changing the convention day from the other day to another time, I think we are going to have some guests that will be among us in great mood, not to conflict with others. But sometimes we just have to see, but we are not depending on them. But we just have to make sure that we give room for people not to divide themselves when such kind of thing happen within one and the same city. All right, so let's go to announcement. Any announcement from a member? Any good thing? We always say we are here. I mean, also having social events. Announce any good thing that is coming. Let's know. Apart from the retirement of Mr. Teacher in November, I will continue to say this on the forum. If we don't have any other announcement, continue to say this, and we are preparing for that. After the convention, I'll sit down and see what we can do. But then, do we have any other announcement, either from home, either from abroad, I mean, any other side, and from our members here? All right, in the absence of that, then
Coordinator.
Yes.
Ronald, you know, we started the meeting with no introduction. Maybe
Okay.
we can introduce ourselves right now.
All right, we are 12 of us here.
For acquaintance.
And there are a few that I'm seeing on my screen. I myself is Stagwe. I'm in Texas. To be precise, I'm in Kaufman County, not in Dallas County. I'm in Kaufman. That's where I reside. Acting coordinator of this group. The next person.
Yes, I'm Sonia Ian.
Chairman, permission, can we run this by the state? We will proceed from Texas to California.
Okay. All right. From Texas, I'm there. If there's any other person from Texas, let's have that record clear. Thank you. Any other person from Texas? What more meeting in other Texas? They'll come introducing you to Kerani number 5.
But I will give you a phone. Or picture, everything.
All right, that's when I mean Morosi from Texas. That's not good.
I'll try.
Okay. That's not good. And we are hosting. All right.
You are hosting.
But I promise, like I said, I promise I'm going to do my best, Nick, and to the folks. I'm going to do my best, but I'll not go above my capacity. Now, the next state, we should be looking at Georgia. Mr. Teacher, you champion that zone. Tell us.
From Tyrone, the little town of Tyrone.
Okay.
Gidi and Abba.
Okay. Another person from Tyrone or from Georgia?
Linda is there too. So
On this forum now?
but she's sitting in there watching from there.
Okay. So she's a spectator. All right. We welcome Linda. Thank you so much for being part of this group. I want to hear you speak next time. Thank you so much. All right. We have 3 of them from Georgia. That's a good number already. Now let's go to the capital. That's Delaware. I know, Sonny, you are going to tell us more about what is happening in Israel, but that's not what we need now.
Like I said, I left history alone. Yeah. So
Okay.
yeah, this is you are seeing them and you are not funny, you are seeing. So maybe some people may think that is the problem. It's only like talking with the interim secretary general and the national secretary of the based in Delaware, the presidential headquarters. So we are 2 of us today. And the only 2 from Atlanta. So we are 100%.
So you say 2. Okay, you and Raymond. The next person, no. Let's Raymond speak for himself.
Yeah, let him talk.
Greetings to the meeting. Thank you.
All right. So we have 2 of them from the great state of Delaware. Let's go to California. That is the powerhouse of this country now. I know we should be having enough from who is champion that area.
Oh yeah, well, let me say that the ZATACUDA family in California is doing great. You can see here the numbers here on the screen.
Right.
Most of us are here. Well, as you know, neighbor, I will let the others, if it's possible for them to turn on the cameras. If it's possible, fine. If not, okay, that's my concern is right there.
I'm here. Hello, everybody. I'm sorry. I'm at work.
Okay. Marcons, thanks. I mean, you've been there, you've been contributing. We just want to thank you so much for always being there. And the next person from California.
Rose and Sean here. we're even though we're in Arizona, we're still California, kind of part of California.
So, yeah. Yes.
Okay.
Temporary residence. Well, this is our tent.
Great contributors from that area. I love you guys so much.
Thank you.
All right, that's cool. Can we have others?
Pennsylvania.
Oh, Justina from Pennsylvania. That's great.
Ma Christie Table from Pennsylvania.
All right. Thank you, Ma.
Bethlehem.
Bethlehem. SG, I'm sure you are taking the statistic down according to states. All right. The next person.
Jade Touche, California.
All right. It is from California as well. The next person again.
California.
All right. I think we are already seeing what will happen after this inaugural. Maybe the next convention, we should already start estimating where it's going to. We should be expecting. I think all of us know exactly the next host. All right. I'm not talking about that yet, but I just want to make an aside. So that's good. Do we have anybody left out? Anybody left?
Let me introduce, I think, my sister Olivia. This is the very first time she's attending this meeting. The name Olivia you find there is not Olive. I think you were making an allusion to our other sister Olive Busoro.
Okay.
No, this is my sister who is in New York. The 2 of them over there, Olivia and Gladys. So Olivia is right here. attending the meeting for the very first time. She just registered and she's right here. She's in New York with the
Wow. Olivia, thank you so much for joining your family. This is the umbrella that covers all of us. And I know being part of this, just know that you have all the protection. You're welcome. Okay, the next person.
I know Bia is here also. Well, she's an old, she's old in the house already.
Yeah, no, my Bia is our mother in the house. So that's why I said we don't need to doubt what should happen after this inaugural, where we are going to. So that's great already. I'm just saying something. Just saying something. All right. So in the absence of any other person, I want to declare this meeting closed, and I want to say thank you so much for coming, for the time. I know we have taken more than an hour. It's because the time is drawing nearer. See, Mamia P is still calling me now. Oh Lord. Okay, Mamia P from my meeting. Some of us have been named the my meeting to go. All right. For my addresses, we're closing remarks. So I think our next General Assembly meeting will be held next month. The SG will always be there to update us with the agenda. And I want to emphasize again that let's increase our number. Let's increase this number. Though the Convention Planning Committee chair will be holding meetings every Sunday. He has made it a routine. It's a routine decision that has been taken that every Sunday we should do that because of the time constraint. Time is not on our side, and we have to constantly remind ourselves on our responsibility before the convention. That said, I say thank you so much. Thanks for coming. If the convention planning chair have a word too, and then let him conclude, and then we shut down.
Sure. Thank you for this opportunity. Again, my announcements are like repeating what you said. Please increase our numbers. We want everybody from all the state to be present. I will be giving everybody who is here access. Add anyone that is interested or is not represented on here, on that forum. Let's go out there, at least reach out and then get back to me. If you have called 2-3 persons that I need to reach out to, I'll be glad to. Other than that, let's get the money. Let's get this $263 contribution going, and so we don't have to charge the staff member. That's what I got for you this evening. God bless.
All right. Mami Wachara, Ngoba Prince Solomon of Chicago. Makona Merba Yinga never intercloser near Uberani. She the virtual last week, I think she was present too, from the background, was hearing us. And touching Merba join away, Makona Goni, Mamita Namia Mo. All right, then Namia.
All right.
Coordinator. Yes.
One last information. Yeah.
Okay.
So the two names are Constance Ebanda and Olivia Iya. So the names are already on the registration list and posted.
Okay. Thank you. So
everything is updated.
I want to thank California for making an effort behind this program to make our number swell up. And that's how we want everybody to copy that particular system and continue to do that. Let's reach out to our brothers and sisters. G, man, America, no. Ezimi Chom, what Jim?
Great.
Miaka.
Bene.
Okay, Mamia and America.
What about?
Okay.